What's going on, everybody? Welcome to day one of the free 30-day challenge inside of Uncaged. As you all know, we are an accountability group. First and foremost, that is our priority. So all of this is for nothing if you do not pay attention to it, you follow it through, and you actually do the fucking work. So what I want to talk about for day one is absolutely crucial that you get accomplished. This is going to apply to you personally, professionally, needs to be done with your wife, and I even consider doing it with your children. Having this whiteboard scenario done is going to be a roadmap for you to keep coming back to and making sure that everything that you do is in line with your mission, in line with your goals, and in line with creating a dream life, again, for you, yourself, your family, all your employees, whatever the case is. This whiteboard scenario will literally change your life. What I want to talk about real fast, this may be the longest video that is in the free 30-day challenge because there's a small introduction into why we're doing this 30-day challenge and really reinforcing the importance of following these day by day. And again, I can't stress this enough, just doing the fucking work. We're going to try and keep them as short and concise as possible. And literally, if you follow this free 30-day challenge, it will change the trajectory of your life. I promise you. The guys in VIP will vouch for it. The guys that have been through the free 30-day challenge will vouch for it. Now what we've done is focused it more on personal and professional development with all the feedback that we've gotten up to this point from both the VIP group and the free group. But not only that, some of this information that we'll be teaching inside of this free 30-day challenge is actually what some VIP members pay for with the big ass problem coaches and the accountability advisors. So again, first things first, we are an accountability group. You are going to have your feet held to the fire. When you get done with each one of these, you are going to hop into the comments. You're going to talk about your experience. You're going to encourage other members to go through this process. And we are going to make sure that you are doing the stuff that needs to be done behind the scenes, because all this on social media is all fun and games, but we're not here to blow smoke up people's asses. We are here to actually change the trajectory of people's lives, and the way we do that is by getting this work done. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is this is the whiteboard scenario. We are starting with day one for a very specific reason. There's a lot of VIP guys in the group that actually pay a lot of money to go through and learn this with BAP coaches. Now, why would they pay to learn this if it's being given away for free? Again, we are an accountability group. Really what they're paying for is having a mentor to be able to look over them, hold their hands, help them down this journey. I'm giving this information to you guys for free right here, but it's up to you to do it. It is up to you to be the type of man you were when you actually clicked to sign up into this group and say, hey, I want some guys to hold me accountable. It is now your turn to hold yourself accountable and say, I'm going to do what it is that I say I'm going to do. So this is the whiteboard scenario. We are going to give you a path on how to accomplish your dream life. I'm going to get in it here in a second. The next thing, the reason we teach this is because this is going to be a document for you to be able to come back to over and over and over again to make sure that you are doing tasks that are in line with projecting your life towards your dream life. Now, this may take you a long time to do. If you do this correctly, it could take you several hours. We got guys that have 7, 8, 9 hours into it, and guess what? They keep coming back to it and refining it and getting it tighter, and they literally use this as a roadmap for their life to make all of their decisions from. This is something that we're going to be teaching you how to do for free. But none of us are going to be able to make you do it. It is literally up to you. The value of this is insurmountable depending on how you utilize it. This is going to be a tool for you to use. This is going to be an asset in your personal and professional life if you take it seriously. And guys, I can't tell you how convicted I am about this. This is something that I believe wholeheartedly in. I do myself, I do with my family, I teach everyone about this because this is so important. But again, I can't help you if you can't help yourself, and you've got to start here. The next thing is the opportunity cost of not doing it, not accomplishing this. You're going to constantly be spinning your wheels and feeling like you're getting nowhere because you don't know what is in line when you're in the trenches, you don't understand the tasks that you're doing and how they apply to building that dream life. That's how you end up reaching burnout. That's how you lose motivation and inspiration. That's how you fall off of your consistency, because you're not aware. You're not visually able to see the tasks that you're doing and how they help you build that dream life that you have. The VIP guys, they focus on this so heavily because they can see the fruits of their labor when they come back and they compare what they've been doing day in and day out with their whiteboard. So we're going to go ahead and start discussing how to build this whiteboard. With this said, you can do this on an actual whiteboard, like I have many, many times. You can do this on a regular old pad and pen. You can do this on an iPad. You can do this probably on a Photoshop or a Google Doc or whatever the case is. However, whatever format you know the most is what you need to be focused on. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you on an iPad how that I build this out. And this will hopefully give you an idea on what you can do to replicate this. I am also going to drop in the comments a video of one of our founding members, shout out Michael Roden, who went through this verbatim the way he designed his own. Now, I'm not going to reiterate what he's done. I'm going to show you in a generic way how you need to create this. What I suggest you do is to go find some context as to watch Roden's video on how he lays his own life out. It is a perfect example of how to do it, and he is a prime candidate to pay attention to when it comes to talking about the whiteboard scenario, because now not only does he review it multiple times throughout his life as far as making big decisions, but he actually coaches other people on how to do it because he has seen how it has literally changed the trajectory of his life. So with that said, at the top of the whiteboard, this is where your dream life goes. Now, I want to express to you your dream life. We all understand that we have to, as men, as providers, as high achievers, we have to have our sights set on that true goal. What is it that if you could do this for the rest of your life, this would mean that you made it? This would be hyper successful feeling. You would wake up every day fulfilled, knowing that you were doing what you were supposed to be doing, and you have achieved it, right? Whatever this level of success is, this could be some sort of a retirement plan. This could be some sort of a business or a job, or maybe it's an exit or whatever the case is. Again, go watch Roden's example. For him, it's a 50 square mile off-grid compound where he can teach survival trainings and courses and stuff like that. I'm not going to get all the way into it. Go watch the video. But that is how large this idea is going to be. Now, with that said, Jay Bird on one of our roundtable calls was like, well, what happens when you get to that dream life and your dream life is now changed? You should. It should. This is a roadmap to continuously growing and improving yourself both personally and professionally. So when you fucking get to the top of this whiteboard, I expect you to be a different fucking man. All the shit that you've accomplished, all the bullshit you went through, all the things that you overcome, all the storms you weathered, all the lessons that you fucking learned, this is what this is about. So guess what? As you achieve this and as you grow, this is a living document. This is something that is going to continuously be changing. I told you, these VIP members, they come back to this regularly and they make live updates and changes because as this grows, you become a bigger, better, stronger fucking man. So at current pace, what is it that you believe would be that ultimate success level? This goes at the top of this whiteboard. Now, at the bottom of the whiteboard, in the bottom left-hand circle, this is where your current position is. Now, this is going to be, and I am not spell checking this, your current position. This is your current life. Whatever it is that you're doing right now, this goes at the bottom left-hand of the whiteboard. From there, you're going to have whatever your other options are, okay? This is option 1. Option 2. Obviously, you're going to do this a little bit cleaner than I am. I am trying to go as fast as I can. But these are going to be your other opportunities that you have currently. So again, for example, Roden, real fast, he has his current position in the military, which is his current position. He could make a lateral move, which would be a different option for him, still within the military. Then his next option would be to go private sector and start his own business. And then his last option would be basically to start his own business, right? So now once you have all the options, your current opportunities listed at the bottom of this whiteboard, you're going to draw a line from the top, the bottom of the whiteboard to the top. It's going to look like this. Now, this is going to be the individual paths that you have to be able to go from where you currently are, whether it's staying in the current position that you're at, whether it's taking one of the other options or opportunities that are at your disposal, and it's a straight path towards that dream life. Then the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to come in here and you're going to put all these task marks. These task marks are going to be everything that you have to do in order to get from where you are to where you want to go. So it's going to be like task 1, task 2, task 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up, right? You're going to do this for every option. Do not cheat yourself here. This is absolutely necessary in order for you to figure out where you are versus where you want to go and what actually has to happen in order to do so. So once you do this, and you will literally have it all written out, right? Every option, all these massive goals, massive tasks, everything that has to be done in order to get you from the bottom of the whiteboard to the top has to be written out. The more detail that you can have on this, the better this will be. Rob Dyrdek said, the more specific you can be about something, the more successful you will be at it. If you can get really fucking real right here on this whiteboard, you will be successful. It is literally just going to become a matter of time. That's what we're shooting for here. This is the roadmap, the path to be able to get you from where you are to where you want to be. And once you see this, you will be able to reiterate to yourself, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other. All you got to do now is just get there. Follow the map. This is a cheat code for your life. Now, once you have done this, right, you've got your pyramid. From this, you're also going to come down here and you're going to draw a straight line down on each one of these options. All right. And it's going to end up looking like something like this. Now, again, be as specific as you can. Obviously, this is chicken scratch. I'm going to drop this document or a document into the caption for this to give you an idea of what you can do. I will recreate something like this in a cleaner method that you could potentially print off, whatever the case is. I don't care how you do it. If it's on a whiteboard, if it's on a notebook, an iPad, if it's the document that I provide you, a Word document, I don't care. I could care less if it's on a bar napkin, but fucking do this. So once you have your pyramid at the top of your whiteboard, then you're going to draw this direct line down, and then here's what you're going to do. For every option that you have, you're going to list pros and cons to all of this, okay? And what we're doing here is you are going to be able to come out and see on an actual document, a diagram of which path you need to take based off pros and cons. We are removing all emotions out of this. This is straight factual information. Once you get done with this, you are going to be able to see what makes the most sense for you. And again, I recommend you do this. You do this. Have your wife do this. Y'all do it together as a couple. Do it with your children. Have your children do it. Do it with them. And figure out what your life is going to look like. Because here's what's going to happen here. I'll go back to using Roden. I'm just using this as an example. Watch his video. But let's say, for example, Roden goes to option 2, or his next option that he has, which is a lateral move inside the military. What he can do then is see that this path right here, while as a man working for someone else, or maybe feeling unfulfilled, like you're not making as big of moves as you should be in your own organization or whatever it is. As a man, if we are staying reminded that the work that we are doing is for the betterment of our dream life, that we are actually working towards something, it keeps us grounded, keeps us motivated, and keeps us inspired to keep going. It's going to give us the gas that we need to keep that consistency running over and over and over. And so what we do here is, if we look at this option now based on all the pros and cons, right? We've determined that the pros and cons look really, really good here. And we're going to compare this, right? So we look at all the pros and cons and say, this is a viable option right here. And what we're doing is we're working to go towards our dream life. But as we progress down this journey with this option, we get to determine, for in Roden's case, is that in this position within the military, he actually gets to build relationships with all the future candidates that would be prospects for a weekend retreat that's off grid, or coming and taking some survival training courses, whatever the case is. So option one for him, based on the pros and cons and based on all the action steps that he would acquire, says that this is a viable option. Through this, I get to realize that maybe I'm not at my dream life yet. But as I progress down this journey, I am actively building the foundation to this dream life, because I am getting to build relationships and teach people that they can learn to know, like, and trust me, that are going to eventually be the ideal demographics to sign up and to help me build this dream life. Whereas if we go look at this option per se, this option is an extremely viable option. I don't know why I can't say that. Viable option as well, to, again, help us build our dream life. Maybe this is, just for reference sake, this is Roden taking or building his own business, right? He goes off, starts his own company, and now he is progressing down his journey towards his dream life based on the whiteboard scenario. But now, instead of building relationships with people that would eventually become candidates to be prospects for this dream life, now he's meeting vendors that will eventually supply this dream life. Ammo suppliers, weapons suppliers, tactical training operations, MREs, food, catering, support for ropes and all the crazy shit he's going to need, whatever the case is. But now, again, he knows that even though he's not at his dream life, he's building the foundation to that dream life by taking this option. Because, again, he came down here, he looked at all the pros and cons, he compares this pros and cons list to this pros and cons list. And so now maybe option one will get him to his dream life way, way, way quicker, but he's going to be miserable 24/7. No nights, no weekends, fights with the spouse, no time with the kids, whatever the case is. But maybe he can reach that dream life in 3 years versus maybe call it 12 years or 7 years or whatever the case is. But he's got to turn on the hustle. Whereas option two, it's going to take significantly longer to get there, but quality life is going to be under control. He'll be able to enjoy nights. He'll be able to enjoy weekends. He'll be able to make his own schedule. He'll be able to have that intimate time with his children, watching them grow, whatever the case is. So now, looking at the pros and cons of both, we get to make a decision, an educated decision on which option is not only the best for us, it's the best for our goals, it's the best for making our dream life, but it's the best for our families and where we are in life as well. He already determined that this one and this option are both out when you start to take a look at these two options together. So then, therefore, he can scratch all this out. This is all distraction. This is all distraction. And now he knows that the two options that he has to make a decision on are these two. Once he makes this decision on which one of these routes to take, that is the route that he focuses on. No longer does he pay attention to all the other noise. He gets rid of all the shiny object syndrome, and he is able to figure out exactly what he needs to do. He comes in and says, all right, this is the option I'm going to take. By taking this option, now he has to perform this first task. This is the first thing that he needs to do on this journey to go from where he is to where he wants to go. Is he has to accomplish this first. Boom. He accomplished it. Now what? Now he moves to this task. Boom. He accomplishes it. Now what? Now he moves to this task. He accomplishes it. Boom. And you just continue to climb the ladder over and over and over again by putting one foot in front of the other, which is completing each one of these tasks all the way until you get to your dream life. Now, again, once you get to this dream life, you will be a different person. Something else will have developed inside of you personally and professionally to say, cool, now where do we take this? What is next? How can we impact more people? How can I create a better foundation for my wife, my kids, my legacy, whatever that is? But this right here, this entire whiteboard scenario is going to give you a very, very vivid idea on what you've got to do day in and day out to be able to get from where you are currently, the bottom of that whiteboard, to your dream life. Guys, this is hyper focus time. Be as specific as you can. This might take you many hours. This might take you a couple of days, even a week or two. I don't care how long it takes. This is going to be a living document that you come back to for the rest of your life, making sure, and it's going to keep growing and growing and growing. Be as specific as possible. This is how you're going to be as successful as possible. In Uncaged, we focus on efficiency. We have to be efficient. This right here is going to give you the efficiency that you need to know that you can wake up and get to work and know that you are actively, today, building towards your dream life and actually getting shit done. So, guys, this is day one, task one. I want you to go through this. I want you to also watch the video that's in the comments. As you go through this, as you have questions on building your whiteboard scenario, there's many VIP guys that have done this. They can help you out. So drop your questions in the comments. We have many BAP coaches that will be able to kind of help navigate you a little bit. This is what they actually teach, and this is what they actually hold our VIP members accountable to getting this done, because it is so important. This is literally day one. We got to get the whiteboard done. Luckily, the BAP coaches get to hold the VIP members' feet to the fire. I can't do that. None of us can do that without you self-identifying that this is something that has to be accomplished in your life, because you need to get focused on what your dream life looks like and actively be reminding yourself that we're getting shit done to make this dream life a reality. This is up to you. It's time for you to hold you accountable. So get in those comments. Let us know what questions you have. Let us know the progress that you have. Show us pictures of your whiteboard, of your piece of paper, of your iPad screenshot, whatever it is. Get it fucking done. Get it fucking posted. And let's keep moving this train down the road. Come back tomorrow for day 2 of the 30-day challenge. I promise you, we're just getting started.